And be sure to stay with us for all your winter weather coverage.
Let's move on to politics now, and a Senate shakeup now in the works. Today, 5th District Congressman Chris Murphy announced that he is running for the U.S. Senate.
The Democrat is aiming for Joe Lieberman's U.S. Senate seat. Murphy is the second candidate this week to announce a run for the job. News 8's chief political correspondent Mark Davis is live in the Hartford newsroom with more. Mark?
No, actually, Ed, we're here in Cheshire at Waverly Tavern, where Chris Murphy just concluded his remarks to a lot of friends and supporters here in Cheshire. And, of course, you know he lives in Cheshire, and the 5th District includes Cheshire. Congressman, congratulations on your decision. But at 37, this is a pretty big leap. And I know you were talking about it, but did Joe Lieberman's exit sort of accelerate this for you?
I thought it was important to make this announcement on the first day that it was an open seat. I'm not one to sort of play political possum with my intentions. I want to run for the Senate. I think it's the place where I can fight the hardest for jobs here in the state, for health care reform, and I wanted to make my intentions clear.
You said in your remarks to your supporters here that the Senate has become a barrier to change, and you're for change. That means you want to change the filibuster and all of that?
It's an old boys network, and they protect themselves. They have secret holds, filibusters on rather mundane legislation. We've got to change the way the Senate works so that it speaks to the same kind of reform ethic that's out there in the American public right now.
You know, Susan Bisowitz might say she's more qualified to break a old boys network.
Well, you know, there's going to be plenty of time to handicap the candidates in this race. An open Senate seat happens only once in a generation here, so I think you'll see a strong field on the Democratic side and the Republican side.
You're expecting a big primary.
You know, listen, I've always had the odds stacked against me in everything I've done. That doesn't scare me at all.
All right, Congressman, thanks very much for joining us first here on News 8. And again, Congressman Joe Courtney is considering running for this on the Democratic side. We're able to stamp out a rumor across the Internet. People have been reporting that former State Treasurer Frank Borges is running. He just called me. He said that is not the case. On the Republican side, Republican Linda McMahon is interested. So is Tom Foley and Congressman Simmons. It's going to be quite a ride. Live in Cheshire, Mark Davis, News 8.